Hello, hello, hello everyone, Thunderous Wolf here. Welcome one, welcome all, to another stream. Who all do we have in the chat today? Green Eagle, Zoizite, Chew, any lurkers in the chat? Welcome on in, I hope you all been having a good day today. 945% pin incoming, Fuzan or Lupin to moderators, That pin ain't happening. Nah, false information will not be pinned today. Can I throw a Pokeball at Chew even though he already has a trainer? The Magic 8 Ball says, better not tell you now. Well, when can you tell? When can you tell, Green Eagle? When is a better time? Okay, never mind. As if on cue. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. Cute otter moderator with the sneak attack. I see you. I see you. Okay. Okay. Welcome on in, Fuzan. I hope you've been having a good day today as well. How dare with the sneak attack? How dare? Shut up. Nobody asked. You think I care so much to fight you? Shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Don't talk. I don't care. What is it that Diplomat says? I just remember Diplomat being like, shut up. And the funny thing is, too, that works. Crimson 1 doesn't speak another line of dialogue after that. But get hecked, nerd. I'm not... Shush. Chat, come one, come all. The Lightning Strike Arcade has opened once more. Chat, before we do literally anything, as part of the stream today, I'd like to point out the name of the latest follower that I had. If you look at the top there, under latest follower, Feet for Socks. Chat, I think we may have found Sniff the Feet's alt account. I saw that in my Twitch manager. They followed yesterday. As if like, yo, first time chat, Feet for Socks. Yo, hey, welcome. Good to see ya. That doesn't sound anatomically correct. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Hope your day's been going good. I like the name. Good to see ya. So, chat, I figured that after the rage scream yelling session that we had on Monday, I figured a more laid back, chill, relaxed stream for today would be good. So that's why we are doing some Project Wingman. We're gonna vibe, we're gonna chill, we're gonna talk about whatever for the stream today. Live thunderous reaction. But chat, before we dive on into Project Wingman, actually, chat, I would like to highlight the fact that earlier today I got, wait, no, hold on, I think this would, yeah, I got the executed achievement in Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Complete all mission tasks. Dude, some of the goddamn mission tasks in Metal Gear Solid 5 are actual pain. They are actual. Why did the celebration not work? Why was there no confetti? Why is there no confetti? Why is there no confetti? Why is there no tactical nuke either? Okay, it seems like Mix It Up just doesn't want to work today. Brilliant! Well, fuck. Alright, that's cool. I love that, thumbs up. Actual scam. Yeah, I don't know why Mix It Up just decided to say no. I don't feel like working today, but great stream scuff. Yeah. Now let me refund you those points. Let me refund you those points real quick. Review requests. Oh, the reward request thing here. Refund points and refund points. Dude, that sucks, man. That sucks, dude. Because the way that I boot up my stream is that I first fire up Mix It Up. I do Mix It Up, then Sammy, and then I boot up OBS. So why? That sucks, man. Why is it not? Boo. Here, what if I, oh wait, it's probably gonna be on a cooldown. Yeah, hold on. Can we, what if I do celebration? What happens if I do it? Yeah, damn, man. Okay, shit. And every single time that I've had to close and, like, reopen Mix It Up, it doesn't, like, want to work. Like, that doesn't seem to reset it. Like, I would need to end the stream and then reset it again. Man, don't tell me Mix It Up's gonna be a fucking TTS monster situation where it, like, decides when it wants to work. Ah, man. Boo. I'll have to think of another solution then for that if Mix It Up is going to become the new TTS monster in that regard. Damn. But Drox6, welcome. Good to see ya. Hope your day has been going good. Here, you know what, chat? Jacket and t-shirt off still works, right? Okay, jacket and t-shirt off still. I think I have jacket and t-shirt off through Sammy, that's why. Okay, so that's just the play then. I don't know how I would manage a video edit through Sammy, but that might be the play. Because, like, jacket and t-shirt off is good. Chat, little did you know, this was all a ploy so that my pecs could be out, because I am very thirsty for my own soda. Okay, so what happens if I redeem laughing? Okay, so yeah, all the Sammy stuff still works at least. It's just Mix It Up that's being a bitch right now. Damn, okay. It's just Mix It Up. Here, okay, I'm gonna try something. Let's exit Mix It Up. I don't remember this working, that's the problem. I don't think this will work, but let's close out of Mix It Up. Let's boot up Mix It Up again. It's gonna be like, hey, do you wanna update, streamer? No, I don't wanna update because, chat, I'll tell you why I don't wanna update. It says that I would need to, like, log back in and everything, and, like, I'm sure it wouldn't be a huge pain in, like, the ass to deal with or anything like that, but it's like, I don't wanna have to re-sign in. Come on now. Okay, so now with Mix It Up back up and running, what happens if we do celebration? Nah, yeah. I had a hunch. Unless live split, stream goal, Twitch alerts. No, my Mix It Up source is still active and like it shows and everything. I don't accidentally have it hidden or anything like that. I was wondering if maybe I accidentally hit it. Okay. Well, okay, I might need to the frog Martin. I instantly know that you're referencing Martin Cedar Pants Fuzon whenever you add the frog at the end. Frog. Well, shit. Yep. Okay, well that sucks. Okay. I mean, we can still make it through the stream without those. It'll be fine. I can just refund, like, any other points if anyone, like gives those for the... boo. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I'll need to find a new TTS solution whenever I do, like, a re-debut for stream. And I will also need to figure out a Mix It Up alternative if Mix It Up is gonna be reliable on some days and not so reliable on others. Boo. Okay, well, chat. Let's get back to it. Let's not get focused on the whatchamacallit for too long. But yes, chat, I complete all mission tasks. Chat, there is a very good reason why, I don't know if it's coming across the stream very well, but there's a very good reason why it says there's only 3% of players out of everyone who has played Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. There's a good reason why only 3% of people have unlocked this, because fuck, man, some of the mission tasks in this game are complete ass. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain is an amazing game. I will not deny that. It is easily in, like, the top 10 or, like, the top 5 of, like, my personal favorite video games list of all time. But fuck, the mission tasks are painful, man. This is a game that, I would recommend that you play if you haven't already. But I would advise that you do not 100% it unless you are, like, 1,000,000% sure that you want to go for it. Because the mission tasks in Metal Gear Solid 5 offer a lot of, the mission tasks in Metal Gear Solid 5 are, they require you to do some very obscure things. They require you to go out of your way for, like, certain things. So you won't be getting, like, all the mission tasks, like, and the S ranks a lot of the time, which I've already gotten all the S rank achievements a little bit ago anyway. Like a couple days ago and whatnot anyway. So I got, you know, I got that, I got executed, and, like, yeah. Do you have to sell the world? You almost have to, like, not sell the world, but you almost have to sell your soul to the game, almost. Chat, my personal favorite, and by favorite, I mean, like, the most, like, dog shit one that I remember having to do was with Trader's Caravan, the mission was called, where you have to, like, follow a truck of, like, certain materials that Cypher and like XOF and whatnot are, like, looking after, but it's guarded by the skull unit as well, so, like, whenever you get close to the skulls, the skull unit, like, pops out at you and everything. I'll tell you why that was so infuriating. The listen to like all of the conversations between the truck driver and like the different outposts and everything was bumped up the overall like time spent on that mission. That bumped it up to an absurd amount. Like there are a number of like mission tasks that are super time consuming that require you to go out of your way to like rescue prisoners or like listen to conversations and whatnot and all of that jazz. But out of every single one of the more time-consuming mission tasks, I remember on Trader's Caravan, listening to all of the conversations between the truck driver and like just all the people at like the base and whatnot was so painful, man. It was so goddamn painful. I'll tell you why it was painful. There was a point where I have this specific memory too. There was a point where I was trying to knock out multiple mission tasks at once and everything. I specifically had to identify the armored vehicle. Like it wasn't enough for D-Dog, like one of your buddies that you can like deploy in the game with you and everything. It wasn't enough for D-Dog to like highlight it for you. You had to spot like one of the APCs with your binoculars and whatnot. And all of that. So I go to like the first spot where the truck is at Nova Braga Airport, right? So I identify the truck, I identify the two armored vehicles, the two armored vehicles when they show up and everything. I do that, and then I follow them to like one of the outposts that like the truck driver stops by and whatnot and everything. But the thing is, it turns out that either the script trigger glitched, or what more than likely happened is the person who's supposed to talk with the truck driver happened to be asleep. Like, dead ass happened to be asleep. And the way you're able to tell is because, like, if you have someone spotted and there's, like, multiple Z's, like, above their head as they're, like, within their, like, as they're within, like, the base and whatnot, like, they're asleep and shit like that. The thing is, though, all of those bases act on, like, their own AI until the armored vehicles, like, show up and everything, at which point the game, like, automatically takes over and, like, has all of the AI, like, go back to their, like, positions and everything for the armored vehicles showing up and whatnot, right? Basically, like, the outposts act as if you're in free mission until the, until like the truck gets within a certain distance of that outpost and everything, and then, like, the AI, like, snaps back into reality, essentially. But before the truck and like the vehicles could show up and everything, what I presume to be the guy who like talks with the truck driver goes to sleep. So like I first restart from checkpoint, that doesn't work. And lo and behold, okay, so get this, chat. Excuse me. So get this. So I identify the truck driver. I try to like restart from a checkpoint, and it just keeps on restarting. It keeps on having that same guy fall asleep over and over and over again. And I just become dejected, and I'm like, man, I'll do this mission another day. I don't have the energy for this shit right now. Like, so, like, there were definitely some points that had me questioning, like, God, is it really worth it to go for all the mission tasks? Is it worth it to try and 100% this game? There were definitely those moments. Hi, by the way. Hey, oh, the Pex emote. Hey. I like me some Pex. Hell yeah. I mean, there will probably definitely be some moments, but like the two hardest like achievements to go after, that being all of the S ranks and all of the mission tasks, I went ahead and did, which was nice. I got those. So like any other mission tasks will hopefully be not as terrible in comparison. I mainly just need to get all of like the exotic animals and whatnot, like the animals that I haven't captured yet throughout like Afghanistan and Africa and everything. I need to do that. I also need to build and then immediately tear down, like put away a nuke as well. So I need to spend a fuck ton of resources and GMP I need to spend a fuck ton of resources and GMP to build a nuke, and then I need to immediately dismantle that nuke as well. So all of those resources will be not for nothing, because I'll be getting the achievements out of it and whatnot, but effectively nothing in like the game sense and whatnot. Because it'll be like, oh, 75, like 7,500,000, whatever a nuke costs, like GMP wise, and then whatever you need to spend in like fuel and like whatever the other material is for the nuke and everything. So yeah, I love Metal Gear Solid 5. Still one of my like top 10 or top 5 favorite video games of all time, because the core gameplay is so addictingly good. It's so addictingly good because when you start a fresh playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, you get introduced to your singular mother base deck. And you have to rebuild Diamond Dogs being a private military corporation and everything. So in the midst of like your missions and everything, you are building up your own private military company with like the Fulton extraction device, like literally yanking people into the air and like transporting them back to mother base, you know, to have them work for you and everything and all of that. And so you essentially have to manage like your mother base between, you know, like extract, because you can even extract like gun emplacements and like mortars and anti-air guns and everything to like bolster mother base's defense and everything as well. And then naturally you have to build more platforms so that you can house more people and like enhance your different departments' abilities, because you've got like R&D, intel, the combat unit, and like all of this stuff. So like I cannot get enough of the PMC building aspect of Metal Gear Solid 5. Like that is without question my favorite part about the game. Absolutely. Oh, that reminds me, I still actually need the achievement for building all the platforms, because I still need to build my last intel platform, I believe it is. I have all 4 of the other platforms for everything else. Wait, what the fuck is this 934%? Oh, now I see why y'all are like staring and smiling in the chat. What the fuck? What do you mean 934? Stream elements, we are not about to have another 900 plus like multiple, like we're not about to do this, chat. Or rather I should say Stream Elements, we're not about to do this. Stream Elements, what the fuck? What the fuck? Bow, down, bow. Being ground up here. But yeah, so the quest for 100%ing Metal Gear Solid 5 is going well. But God, it takes a lot out of you, man. It takes so much out of you. It takes so much out of you. I have this distinct memory too. Like not even like specifically achievement hunting, but just completing a mission. I specifically remember the hardest mission for me. The hardest mission for me in Metal Gear Solid 5 was a Quiet exit, the one where you have to rescue Quiet, and then you have to hold out against the Soviet armored like group, like the armored battalion and whatnot. I remember getting sniped by the tanks so bad, like so bad, like I was legitimately about ready to break something there too. Like if you were here for Monday's stream, imagine that level of rage, but like directed at Metal Gear Solid 5 and the mission A Quiet Exit. But nowadays, you know, now that I've got like better gear, and now that I've got like the Parasite armor as well, like the Parasite armor ability and whatnot that the skulls use and everything, I can just pop the armor and I just pop the armor ability, and then, you know, basically be immune. I say basically because you do still get like knocked down whenever you receive like multiple rounds from an APC or like a tank shell to the face or something like that. But whatchamacallit? But, you know, like, that mission's, like, not easy, but, like, it's very doable compared to when I tried to do it the first time, man. Like, God. Are you teasing us the 1000% cute Fulf? The Magic 8 Ball says, reply hazy, try again. Oh, I'm about to go out of the combat border. What the fuck am I doing? It was the Parasite armor that actually netted me the extract like 7 tanks and armored vehicles mission task for A Quiet Exit, funnily enough. My plane's flying apart. My flame's flying apart. Yes, I know how to word good. I know how to word good. Man, on the note of like 100%ing games though, chat, I've become way more like on board with the idea of like 100%ing a game and like exploring everything that said game has to offer and everything if I enjoy it enough. The thing is, though, like, I do not consider myself an achievement hunter. And the reason why I don't consider myself an achievement hunter is because of the fact that, like, there's always gonna be at least a game out there that, like, I enjoy, but I just cannot be bothered, or I'm physically unable to get, like, any achievements for it, because the number one culprit, like, the number one thing that will immediately kill any interest in, like, 100%ing a game achievements-wise, at least for me, is any online achievements. So any whatchamacallit, like any online achievements, like that immediately kills any interest. One, because I'm definitely way more of a PvE guy than a PvP guy. Like, if there's some kind of like casual or bot mode or whatever, as opposed to player versus player, I will absolutely go for it. I will go for that mode instead of like any PvP related stuff. I do have my exceptions though, like Battlefield 4, for instance, I'm all down for some PvP action and everything like that. Mainly because there is no PvE mode in like Battlefield 4 to speak of. Like, to be fair, if there was like a bot mode in like Battlefield 4 or something that still allowed you to earn XP and like progress and everything, I'd probably play that mode way more. But like Battlefield 4, I'm like comfortable with how the multiplayer works there. But those are like the exceptions, right? Because Battlefront 2 2017, for instance, has like the co-op mode, for instance, where like you're able to team up with 4 others against bots and whatnot, rather than like the standard like PvP. I just rank up all of like my classes and just like whenever I'm in the mood for like Battlefront 2 2017, I more often than not go into the co-op PvE mode. Yeah, it's wild that a game like Metal Gear Solid would have incredibly long dialogue. Clueless. What is it? Metal Gear Solid 4? Is it where it's dead ass like a movie at certain points? Like the cutscenes are so long in that game, is it, that like your controller can actually just die out? Hell yeah, PvE, gang gang. Hell yeah. On the topic of PvE, have you played DRG? What does DRG stand for? I don't think I've played it. That doesn't ring a bell to me. Have I played DRG? Yeah, Deep Rock Galactic, I haven't. No. Does Deep Rock Galactic have some good PvE stuff? I might need to check it out then. Rock and Stone game? Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't played that. Myself. I take it it's good, though. Let me get a sippy of the agua. Damn, man, water is that good shit. It's fucking peak? Ooh, I'll have to check it out sometime then. Nice. Master arm on, you are weapons free. I still love how we just don't have arms or like hands or something. We are telepathically flying the plane here. Flies airplane with mind. Whee! But yeah, so not only am I just more invested / interested in PvE experiences, even if I were to be in the mood for something PvP, even if I were to be like interested in a PvP something, and like want to do that, if a game is like old, like for instance with like a dying player base, or like say the game is like 10 years old, for instance, right, and there's only like a couple thousand people that are still actively playing the game's multiplayer and whatnot, doing some of like the achievements and whatnot in that game could be next to impossible. Like for instance, like the achievements in Battlefield 4, with Battlefield 4 being a primarily multiplayer focused game, it makes sense that a lot of the achievements in that game are going to be multiplayer focused. You know, you've got the campaign specific achievements, but you'd have to play through Battlefield 4's campaign. And does anyone really want to go out of their way to play Battlefield 4's campaign? You know? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm going after the aircraft here. Probably one of the most respectful to consumer games on the market. Hell yeah. Dude, we need more of those, man. We need more of those. But, you know, it doesn't look like that's going to be happening anytime soon. Not for like, especially not for companies like EA and Activision fucking full sending it on AI and shit like that. Ugh. Boom, baby. But yeah, so like in some instances, you might not even be physically able you might not even physically be able to, whatchamacallit, to like get any like of those achievements and whatnot, right? If like a multiplayer like game is like a multiplayer mode or like a multiplayer focused game is like old enough, then you might not even be able to get the achievements, which like doubly sucks. Oh, okay, so chat. So a fun thing happened yesterday. So with FWA, with Furry Weekend Atlanta's like schedule being posted on like Monday, I think it was posted on it was either Sunday or Monday, like this past Sunday or Monday. I'm pretty sure it was Monday though. Whenever the schedule gets posted for like what panels and events are lined up, that is always an exciting time, because that's when you get to like build up your schedule for like what your day is like going to, or what you're planning at least for your day to look like. You know, whether or not your day is actually going to look like that is usually a different matter entirely, because the thing with like FurCons and just like any sort of convention in general is that like you can plan for something, but more than likely something is going to deviate from your established like plan and whatnot, and like most of the time it's like for a good reason, right? Like something may catch your interest, or like maybe, you know, you go out with friends like, you know, for a little bit longer and whatnot because y'all are vibing and having a good time and whatnot. So like 9 times out of 10 it's for a good reason that like you're deviating from the plan and whatnot. But like still to have like a baseline idea of what you want to do and everything is fun. So I spent yesterday building up my schedule and whatnot. I had a bit of a nerd moment, and I did what I did last year for FWA, and I deadass made a Google Sheets document and like planned out, okay, this panel's gonna be at this time in this room. Like I have specific columns for like the name of the panel or like the name of the event or something, like the video game room or like the artist alley and dealers and whatnot. So I have it divided by like name, what it specifically or day, excuse me. First I had it by day, so like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and all that. Then the name of the event, then like what time, location, and then like what it's for. So like panel or like game room or like artist alley, dealers den, something like that. I like to do that not only to stay organized and whatnot, but it's also just like fun to do it. It like builds up the anticipation more for me and everything. I do make sure to double check, you know, before, because that's what I did last year and that's what I'm gonna do again this year. I will be double checking like that the Google Sheets and whatnot, because more than likely probably one of those panels that like I plan to go to maybe has like their like the day it's up, or like the time is changed and everything, because like FWA and like any like convention in general, again, not just exclusive to like FurCons and whatnot, they'll say like when they post their schedule like, hey, like times and days like for panels are subject to change, because obviously we're still a couple weeks out like from the convention and whatnot. It is crazy though that like we're already almost like there and whatnot. It's a little scary. It's a little scary that we're already midway through April of 2025. But at the same time, it's also exciting for me in the sense of like, ooh, time is moving. That brings me closer and closer to the con and everything. Because I had an absolute blast at FWA last year, so I'm really looking forward to this year again. Could have sworn yesterday was still March. Dude, yeah, no, time has been like flying by. It's been like scary. Dude, like before I know it, I'm gonna be like hauling my PC like in my car over to like the apartment and whatnot that I like signed up for the next academic year. Which, I mean, it's, yeah, I mean, I won't lie. I'm very scared. Not even a little scared. I'm very scared because this will be the first time that I'm transporting like such a big, heavy like piece of machinery in my car, because I've never done it before. Because I've only ever taken like my laptop, which I've been able to just easily slide in with my book bag and whatnot. Like I have the carry case for my laptop and then the book bag, you know, after that. So like how I'm gonna transport like my desktop here, my PC is like, I don't know. I mean, I'll figure it out. I'll probably, like, stuff the inside with some kind of, like, padding so that, like, things don't move around and whatnot, and, like, I'll like, wherever I set the PC, like, in my car or something, you know, we'll, like, create walls around it, get, like, more protective padding, you know, something like that, something or the other. I mean, I'm gonna have to do it, because, like, I've already signed on the dotted line for the apartment, and even, you know, even if not that, I do want to get back to work, or get back to college, I should say. Get back to work on the degree, but, you know, more so get back to university. University for my studies. And all that. Bam, baby. But yeah, so like I said, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Oh, chat, look, there's the moon. The moon during the daytime? Huh. Very peculiar. Love the angel flares. Yo, none. Let's see, known unknown. Why did I say none? Known unknown. Yo, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Welcome to the Lightning Strike Arcade. Good to see ya. Hope your day's been going good. We're just here chilling and vibing, playing some Project Wingman Conquest. I figured a chill kind of vibey day could do, especially with the screaming and yelling that ensued with Modern Warfare 2 on Monday and everything. Like, after I ended the stream and everything, the first thing I did after ending the stream was shower and eat. Those were the two things that I did, because I hadn't showered and I hadn't eaten yet. So I immediately showered and got some grub, got some food and whatnot. But then afterward I was like, damn, dude, damn, how in the fuck? like, dang, I normally don't get that angry on stream, on like streaming and whatnot, you know? But I mean, it happened, you know? To be fair though, war driving was actual CBT. War driving was like actual pain and whatnot. Maybe I could have done it in like fewer attempts if I was like freshly showered and I had eaten and whatnot, but I mean, I don't know. Doesn't matter now though, because we got it. We got it, we're gaming, we're good. Also, Thunderous Wolf is cute, facts. Yeah, chat, you immediately spread false information when someone new joins the stream. Why are you spreading false information the instant that someone new gives a follow? You're like, oh, let me spread misinformation on the internet on twitch.tv/thunderouswolf. How could you? Do it. Oh, that's why we're at the altitude ceiling. Right. I see. Thanks for telling me. I did just follow yesterday. Chat, look what you've done. You've got people believing false information. Are we spreading any misinfo as I see it? Yes. Okay, see? See? I'm not crazy. The 8-ball, you know? I'm not crazy. All right, good. The 8-ball was paid off. You know what could be like a funny emote, chat? So you know how there's paid chatter? You know how there's a paid chatter emote? What if there's like a paid 8-ball emote? That could be funny. If y'all are saying, the magic 8-ball was paid off. If I can handle misinformation from my chatters, then so do you. Were you just saying that to appease the Fulf? Yeah, sure, whatever. I feel like that's a sarcastic, yeah, sure, whatever. Like that comes off as very carefree. A carefree, like, yeah, just whatever. I don't know, man, I'm just here. The 8-ball is here. The 8-ball is just vibing. The 8-ball is just chilling. Yep, we're still good. I would very much appreciate if I did not take a missile up my ass, though. It would be very much appreciated. I know why y'all are called Apocalypse, because it's apocalyptically bullshit that you guys are some bullet sponge enemies. It's wild, because the SK-37 in my experience is normally a more fragile aircraft, or maybe I'm just going insane. Maybe, chat, maybe I'm going a little loopy. But then again, me going loopy would be like the least of my would be like normal, at least on stream and whatnot. Streamer is going insane.
All targets checkmarked. Get out of there.
Get out of there. Let's go, gamers. Let's go. Another. Another stretch. Okay. So experimental unit sabotage or transport hunt. I like to do anything like experimental unit sabotages early on. I like to do those early on because whatchamacallit. Because like in later events, in like later stages of a Project Wingman Conquest run, the experimental units like grow in size, like the respawn numbers and like the groups of them grow in size and everything. And so it's just better to take them like early on as much as possible. Do you ever play Mech Warrior or Mech Assault before? I don't think so, but hold on. The names are ringing a bell. Hold on. Mech Warrior. Now that you say that. So, no, I haven't played Mech Warrior. That's not how I spelled it. I spelled it as Warrior. I flip-flopped the O and the R. I minor spelling mistake that shit. Oops. But no, so I haven't played. The name rings a bell. Like, I've seen them. Like, I've seen like those like online before and everything. I just haven't played them myself yet. Mech Assault for Xbox in 2002. That being said, though, I have been like very mech brained and whatnot ever since Armored Core 6. Ever since I played Armored Core 6 Fires of chat, I was about to say Fires of Liberation. I was about to yes, my favorite Armored Core game. Armored Core 6, Fires of Liberation, and Ace Combat 6, Fires of Rubicon. Oh wait, why is there no audio? Oh, because I clicked out, that's why. Yes, my favorites. But no, ever since I played and 100% at Armored Core 6, I've been down to like try more mech stuff. So I'll have to try out those games eventually too. Not sure if this will, yo, Anamore, welcome, good to see ya. Hope your day's going good. I'm not sure if this will change tomorrow, but Nintendo disabled the live chat for their Mario Kart World Directs tomorrow. Oh, they're scared. They are so scared. Drop the prices. Oh, they are so scared, bro. They don't want another drop the prices incident. Oh, shit. Hey, that means we're making some noise though, right? Like, assuming that they keep the live chat disabled, like, when it goes up tomorrow. We're making some noise. Not surprised. Not a lot of dislikes, though. I'm sure that'll change. Yeah, I'm sure, like, when it's actually up and, like, more people are aware that this is happening, I'm sure, like, it'll get more dislikes and, like, I'm praying that, like, they enable live chat and whatnot. Just so that, you know, just because I want to see what happens and whatnot. At the same time, though, if they keep the chat disabled, that is its own, like, that's an indication on its own, right? Because actions speak louder than words. If Nintendo keeps, like, the live chat disabled, the action of that says that, like, oh, wait a minute. Says, oh, shit, wait a minute. You know, like, wait, hold on. Nintendo's, yeah. The Magic 8 Ball says without it, is Nintendo asking for too much money? Based 8 Ball. Agreed, yes, absolutely based 8 Ball. Giga Chad 8 Ball. 8 Ball knows what's up, fuck yeah. YouTube, what is this like? Because we fucking removed it. Why? Because fuck you. So, yeah, so I don't get why, YouTube removed the dislikes, you know? Because what was their cited reason? I'm actually curious, hold on. What was their chat? We're gonna go on a side quest time. What was YouTube's official statement on why they removed the dislike button? YouTube statement for removing dislike button. What was their official statement on this? Hold on. Okay, so an update to dislikes on YouTube. So, hold on. So listen to articles, hold on. Oh, excuse me. Change will start gradually rolling out across YouTube. Will start gradually rolling out today. So hold on. So basically, okay, so the TLDR of why they removed it, I can't find like a good sentence on here. Dude, wait, this change happened back in November, like November 2021, early 2022. Has it been that long? Jeez, man. My goodness. Damn, man. Whew. Jeez, man. But yeah, so, like, the reason why, like, I and, like, many others, like, on YouTube are opposed, like, were/still are opposed to the dislike button going away and whatnot, is because of the fact that dislikes are a really good indicator of, like, the quality of someone's video. So, like, say, for instance, you have, like, a problem, you know, like, whatever the problem may be, and you need to look up a tutorial video on, like, how to fix it, right? You could gauge whether or not a tutorial would be helpful for you or not based on the amount of, like, likes versus dislikes and whatnot, right? Like, if it had a 50-50 split, or if it had, like, if it had a 50-50 split of likes and dislikes, or if there were more dislikes than likes and whatnot, and all that, then more than likely that tutorial would not be very helpful. Maybe it's like outdated, or the person doesn't really know what they're talking about, or it's just plain bad advice, and all of that. So you know, so you can't really help, or you can't really, you have to, like, watch the video now and like, waste your time. I mean, waste your time if it ends up being a bad one. If it's a good one, then you will not have wasted your time. But if it's a bad, like, tutorial that, like, doesn't, like, you know, that won't help you specifically with what you need and everything, then, you know, you will have wasted, you know, however long that specific tutorial was and everything. Because bigger YouTubers kept crying about their dislikes. We are scared of criticism. It's rewind time. YouTube kneeled to influencers and corporate channels, basically. Oh, God, yeah. We can't allow people to show their disapproval of shitty companies, people, videos. That hurts revenue. You know what, actually? Okay, hold on. Yeah, ain't no more. Yeah, it's rewind time. Hold on. I actually want to go back to that source. Do they specifically mention what year was it? What year was like YouTube Rewind? It might actually be, hold on. Disliked videos on YouTube. I'm curious, actually. 2018, YouTube Rewind 2018. Everyone controls Rewind. Dude, that is nuts, man. That is nuts. 20.358 million dislikes, an 86% dislike ratio. Dude, damn. I'm curious, actually. Do they like make any mention of like oh my God, I'm curious. Cause I'm willing to bet that, like, part of the reason why is because of how bad, like, YouTube Rewind was being. Oh man. They like to understand how their content is performing. Oh, and it even says right there, okay, so hold on, chat. It even says right here, let me zoom in and then drag the tab over so that you guys can see. Check this out. They even acknowledge, we heard during the experiment that some of you have used the public dislike count to help decide whether or not to watch a video. We know that you might not agree with this decision, but we believe that this is the right thing to do for the platform. I don't think I will ever get over the fact about, like, how some companies, well, not even some companies, just all companies, as part of, like, their PR, like, moves and everything, they have to bullshit the reason why they did something, because they know if they take the mask off and, like, explicitly state, hey, it's because we're salty bastards who, like, doesn't want to see YouTube Rewinds being disliked to hell and back, or, like, hey, corporations are paying us big money so that their shit doesn't get, you know, like, disliked to oblivion and whatnot, or, like, some people, like, how people can't see, you know, or like how people can't see the, you know, to have people not be able to see the whatchamacallit, the dislike ratio and whatnot, and all that, you know. Rewinds used to be fun. Yeah, I mean, I never watched, like, the YouTube Rewinds myself and everything. I just found them to be, like, too goofy for my taste and whatnot, but 2015, 2018, the bad one was 2018, so yeah, it was 2018, yeah. God, rip YouTube Rewind these days. Reminds me of the Sonic 1 teaser. Remember that dumpster of fire bullshit and the dislikes had it? Yeah, so chat, yeah, like, I do remember. Yeah, so for anyone who wasn't like who wasn't like in the know about it. So when the first Sonic movie, like, there was a teaser for it, and they showed off, like, Sonic's initial design. Bro, Sonic's initial design was ugly. Sonic's initial design was ugly. Ugly motherfucker. But guess what? Because we gave, like, the studio shit and everything, because we disliked the teaser so much, and because we vocally, like, we made our displeasure well known, that got their ass in gear to redesign Sonic to have him actually look like Sonic and whatnot, you know? So, like, you know, criticism and, like, voicing our discontent, or, like, voicing our discontent, voicing whatever, that works, you know? That works. And so by YouTube, like, removing our ability to, like, do that, yeah, there's like the dislike extension add-on that gives you, like, an estimate of, like, the dislikes, but like, it won't ever be able to give you an exact count of, like, what the dislikes for a video are publicly if you have that extension downloaded and whatnot. But yeah, so instances like that, yeah. Aware, don't remind me. The microphone yapping money. Hello, I like money. Why did you decide to build a second? Oh, you hold on. Money. Rewinds used to be fun. That's so stupid. Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Wait, chat. My music has been going on. I entirely zoned out. Chat. I entirely zoned out. I won't even lie. I entirely zoned out. I completely forgot the Ace Combat 6 music was still playing. Oops. Oops. Y'all probably want to hear the game, right? I would assume you would like to hear the sound of jets, like, engaging one another in breathtaking dogfights, right? I would assume. Zoned out, more like locked in. Skill issue. Streamer has a skill issue. Can't even manage his own stream. Streamer. Chat, what you just saw right there, the turning dogfight that we had, is effectively what all dogfights in Battlefield, like, eventually end up, like, becoming, right? So, like, jet players in Battlefield are the unsung heroes of a Battlefield match, because you don't have a whole lot of an incentive to actually fly a jet, because you don't get very much, like, at least with, like, Battlefield 4, for instance, you don't get a whole lot of, like, score per minute compared to, like, if you're, like, on the ground or, like, in a helicopter or something like that, right? And then when you end up getting into a dogfight with someone else, it kind of just ends up becoming like a turning dogfight for, like, a little bit, and then it's just a matter of, like, who's gonna give up on the turning dogfight after that? Who's gonna say, like, all right, fuck this, it isn't worth it, you know? I'm here for the yapping and very cute Fulf. I'm not cute, stop it! But yes, I do like to yap. I do like to yap, yes. If you want to hear something else funny, every time Nintendo uploads the trailer for Nintendo Switch Online, it gets dislike bombed to hell, and they re-upload it every few months or so. Bro, they re-upload it? Oh my god, are they're re-uploading it to see if, like, people have forgotten that it exists, or, like, that it's, like, lost interest. That is funny. That is, like, sad, but, like, also funny. That they're willing to re-upload it multiple times. Like, okay, are we gonna get a shit ton of flack for it this time? Ah, fuck, we did. All right, well, take it down. Take it down, boys. We'll give it another few months. Give it another few months, and then we'll try again. We'll try again later on. Oh my god, that is like sad, but, like, also funny. I can't really even lie. That is, like, sadly funny, I should say. That is sadly funny. Let's go to loadout management, chat. I do feel it is time to swap the FD14 with something else. Let's do the FE18. Let's do that. Let's do the digital camo here, camo 6. I love this camo. Hey. And yeah, let's go back to here. Another most one. I feel like we could do one or two more maybe before we need to start calling in for reinforcements. Wait, this Mario Kart World Direct is going to be 15 minutes. They're doing a 15-minute long live stream for a single game. You know what? Okay, so that does sound very absurd. Yes, that does sound very absurd. I think what, I don't know, I could just be entirely talking out of my ass here. Like I said, I'm not like an analyst or like an expert on this kind of stuff. I'm willing to bet though that Nintendo is like realizing that like, oh shit, like our sales could be in jeopardy between like literally everything that's going on in the world right now. So like between the tariffs, and then with the negative reception that the Switch 2 has been getting, it could be that they're really banking on their launch titles carrying the Switch 2 forward for a little bit. So that could be why they're dedicating an entire like live stream to just a single game to like really flesh it out. It could be like a final desperate, or not even a final desperate measure, because we're still some time away from the Switch 2's launch. But it could just be, it could be their way of like hitting the panic button and like banking on like the launch titles and whatnot. But then again, I don't know why. Well, no, I know why. I know why they would give Mario Kart like World more attention, because Mario Kart World is going to sell. Maybe it won't hit Nintendo's sales goals, but like I say it unfortunately will sell well, because that will like contribute to the normalization of like the $80 price tag and whatnot. That's why I say it'll unfortunately like still sell like pretty well. Oh my god, okay, I'm gonna be a wiki cheat cake. No, we need those reinforcements now, big boy. We need those reinforcements now, big boy. I'm not supposed to take anything up my ass until FWA. I still have like a little bit under a month to take things up my ass. Or until then. Oh yeah, we did run out of our snoozes last time for the ads, didn't we? Yeah, apparently some insiders were saying that Nintendo was in some legit panic mode following all of the negative fallout. I'd have to look. Really? Oh shit. Well, hey, that means our voices are being heard. It's almost like being like sly and like sneaky with like your prices and not being upfront with your audience about everything. It's almost like not being honest and truthful with your audience can really bite you in the ass. Who would have thought, Nintendo? Who would have fucking thought? Also, chat, as a heads up, we will have an ad break incoming in about 2010, like 2010 to 2010. I do kind of want to go back to 2010 because life was much more simple back then, you know? But yes, we will have an ad break incoming in a little bit. As usual, I will pause the game, bring up the ad break text, and then go from there. What? Are we out of touch? No, it's the broke boys that are wrong. I almost thought for a split second that this was a score attack, like, kind of thing, but then I remember, oh yeah, it's experimental unit, like, thing, yeah. I almost forgore the specific, game mode that we were playing. There we go. Don't you guys have fun? Oh, the fucking, yeah. Is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke? No. Do you guys not have phones? Oh my god, it's another one. Yeah. No, it's, okay, so yeah. So it's that. So it's like, don't you guys have a phone? And then it's also like hey, if you're just broke, get a Switch 1, or like get an Xbox 360. Fucking what's-his-face from Microsoft and Xbox, back when the Xbox One was being shown. Chats, ads are in progress. I will keep the game paused until the ad break is excuse me, until the ad break is done, and then we will resume with the ad break. I'm curious, actually. Is there any reporting? Hold on. Nintendo in panic mode after backlash. Is there anything here? Excuse me. Hold on, I'm curious. Don't hit the panic button on the Switch 2. Shock pricing, defend Switch 2 pricing, facing backlash. So this is just Nintendo, just people I'm reporting, like, on the backlash and whatnot. It doesn't seem like there's, like, anything about, yeah. Nintendo defends Switch 2 pricing. I was trying to see, but no, dude, like it would absolutely make sense for them. No, okay, so I just thought about this too. Maybe another contributing factor. I can't believe the non-subs are missing Thunder getting oiled up. Yeah, Chet, you gotta oil up after a certain while. You gotta, you know? You gotta make sure that you're all shiny and clean and whatnot. You gotta... Oh, big stretch. Chat, the non-subs are missing out on me calling everyone good boys. Non-subs are missing out. How should I share it so you can see it? I can whisper you real quick. Whisper. Oh yeah, fuck. Whispers don't. Hold on. Yes. Or here, I can just send a wave there. And then, here. You can whisper it to me. Just sent you one. In case if you're in ad hell. In case if you're in ad hell still, Chew. But yeah, I'm curious. Yeah, I am curious about that. Yeah. I want the inside scoop. I want the knowledge. Good boy won't work on me, but the voice sure does. Hey. Chat. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chat, welcome back from the ads. Chew, I did go ahead and just whisper you. I normally have whispers turned off, but if you want to send like the link to like whatever you found like through whispers and whatnot, you can do that. I don't know if you were in ad hell or not, so that's why I... Nice argument, Senator, but why don't you back it up with a sauce? Nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up. Already sent it. That's weird. I didn't get like a reply, or did you mean like already sent it on Discord? Or... No, that's weird. I did not get anything. I didn't get a reply in the whispers. Twitch, why are you fucking up? Does Twitch not allow for... Well, no, because... Ah, damn it, Twitch! No, I was gonna say, yeah, it should allow you to just send a link, because I've got, yeah, like in whispers through here. Yeah. Barefoot, yo, Barefoot Pine, welcome. Good to see you. Yawns, I'm feeling a little, yeah. Okay, plan B, I could DM it to you on Blue Sky. Do I have Blues? I think I've got, do I have DMs open on Blue Sky? I might not normally, just because I don't. Hold on, let me see if I... Hold on. Where in the world is my Blue Sky? Does it allow you to send DMs, Chew, or not? Because I could like DM you probably if it doesn't for me. Or it doesn't allow you, rather. Oh, I'm trying to scroll down my timeline, but it's all just men and like... It's all just men. Let me check. Gotcha. I'm curious though. I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know like what their like internal panic button to bonk. Ow! Why are you bonking me? Hold on. Trying to see, because I know I reposted one of your things, Chew, like where you tagged me about the about like what Nintendo hasn't been like telling and whatnot. I'm trying to see if I can find that post specifically, or maybe I could. Oh wait, there you are. Okay, Chew. Okay, here, hold on. Okay, here. What if I say hello, tell a joke, send a neat website, share your favorite feed, share a cool story? Here. Ayo. Okay, I just sent you a DM on Blue Sky. Chew. Ayo. See if that'll work. See if that will work, because I am curious to know the deets. Live on twitch.tv. Ugh, creaky chair. I'll hopefully be able to get like a better... Hello. Okay, now it should work. Oh, look at this. Yeah, oh, wow. Chat, let's read together. Former Nintendo PR managers say Switch 2 and Mario Kart World price backlash, quote, a true crisis moment for Nintendo. They have lost control of this. Amid the ongoing backlash to Nintendo's shock pricing for the Switch 2 and Mario Kart World, 2 former Nintendo PR managers have described the situation as quote, a true crisis moment for Nintendo. Ooh. I don't want to blow this out of proportion, but it does feel like a true crisis moment for Nintendo. Nintendo has even come under fire for charging the Switch 2 tutorial video game experience. Welcome to... Yeah, no, that is bullshit. That is absolute bullshit that it charged... Yeah, for a fucking tutorial... Yeah, Astro's Playroom, for example, comes pre-installed on every PlayStation 5 console, serving additionally as a free tech demo for the DualSense controller. Anger at the pricing has even spilled over into Nintendo's Treehouse live streams, which are overrun with viewers spamming "drop the price" in the chat. Ellis and Yang were particularly critical of the way Nintendo revealed the price of the Switch 2 and its games. They pointed to a lack of a price in the Direct itself as a deliberate omission that caused confusion and misinformation as fans scrambled to find out pricing confirmation elsewhere. Switch 2 and Mario Kart World pricing was, quote, intentionally omitted from the Direct for a reason, but handled poorly in terms of the information being in all these different places, and you're expecting the fans or the consumer to just piece it all together. Ellis added, it just shows some disrespect to the consumer where, oh, you just saw the Direct, you're so excited. You're just going to throw your money at us blindly. You're not going to even ask the question of how much it costs because you're so excited, aren't you? It's a bit degrading almost to the intelligence of the consumer. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Rampant speculation. They're enabling the story to get out of hand, out of control. They have lost control of this. So what went wrong? A lot went wrong. A lot went fucking wrong. Nintendo's communications team will not be recommending the company release an official statement, but the approval process will be painful, with many people involved before it even gets to the current Nintendo boss, Shuntaro Furukawa. Nintendo will also be out of practice because it hasn't spoken to its community or press in such a long time, nor has it had to deal with this sort of negativity since the Nintendo 3DS price debacle of 2011. Really? I thought the backlash for the Wii U was stronger than something like this. Am I tripping? Because I never got a Wii U. I never got a Wii U when it was like released and everything. I got a Wii U as a Christmas gift from my dad and my grandma on his side much later on. You know, like way past the Wii U's life cycle. I could have sworn, or maybe it wasn't necessarily anger, but more so just confusion, I guess. But yeah, so Ellison Yang suggested Nintendo lacks the consumer mindfulness it once had following former Nintendo of America boss Reggie Fils-Aimé's retirement and the tragic loss of former Nintendo head Satoru Iwata. Nintendo's communications team will not be recommended company with an official statement, will be out of practice. Now there's concern for staff manning demo stations at the public-facing Switch 2 hands-on sessions. Fans will have reasonable questions at these public events. It might even put those to staff who are manning demo stations if they respond with any sort of answer that could end up online and framed as Nintendo's official response. What happens next, it remains to be seen, but neither Ellis nor Yang expect a price drop of either the Switch 2 or its games before. No, yeah, things are only going to go up. Things are probably only going to go up. And then for more, check that out. Damn, man, yeah. Jeez. Oof. Also be out of practice because it hasn't spoken to its community or press in such a long time, the pair said, nor has it had to deal with this sort of negativity since the Nintendo 3DS price debacle of 2011. How much was a 3DS, out of curiosity? How much was a 3DS? I'm curious, actually. What was the 3DS price back in 2011 when it first released? That's the... Okay, they're not giving a dollar amount, I guess. Cut was necessary to reach a mass audience. I'm curious, what was the price? What was the price? Originally 250. Damn, 250. Jeez. Good lord. I remember 250 being like the base like MSRP price point for like a PS Vita, I think, right? In like what, 2012, 2013, something like that. Something or the other like that. Yeah, I just associate the number 250 with the PS Vita because I was legitimately excited for a PS Vita like as a kid and everything. And like, you know, lo and behold, like I got some damn good use out of like the PS Vita. And like I still have it with me here. I just don't know if like it'll work because last time I tried to charge it, it was like it just didn't want to go. So I don't know. But man, I remember playing a fuck ton of Ace Combat Joint Assault and Killzone Mercenary. I know I mentioned this on stream like once before, but I'll mention it again. Killzone Mercenary and Joint Assault. Funnily enough for Joint Assault specifically, because I'm not the biggest fan of Joint Assault nowadays, but in order to get my Ace Combat craving, like, you know, fixed up and everything on the go, like that was my best option and everything. And all of that. So originally 250, then it got cut down to 170. Got ya. But yeah, so what I was saying, but then I stopped myself, so that like people in the ads, people caught in the ads could like get through those before I said it, so that so that everyone could hear. Is that I wonder if Nintendo is getting flashbacks to like the Wii U and whatnot, because the Wii U, correct me if I'm wrong, the Wii U is currently Nintendo's lowest selling console, right? Or am I mistaken when I say that? It's one of their lowest selling consoles, I'm fairly certain. I don't know, is it like the lowest selling console? That is correct, gotcha. Okay, I did remember. I was wondering, yeah. So I wonder if they're having like flashbacks to like another Wii U situation. I wonder if that's going on. They could also be in like panic mode about that too. Or that could be like a reason why they're like as like seemingly stressed about it and everything there. But yeah, I mean, like, they kind of did this to themselves, you know? Well, not even kind of did this. They absolutely did this to themselves and everything by trying to usher in the $80, like, games era and whatnot is, like, bullshit. Them being, like, the industry leader, like, catalyst to something like that. Like, it would be one thing if, like, a lesser-known, like, studio or, like, company or whatever was, like, making their game $80 or something like that. That would be one thing. But because Nintendo is one of the big three, you know, competing with, like, Microsoft and Xbox and then Sony and PlayStation, because Nintendo is one of, like, the big three, like, major, like, console gaming, like, corporations out there and everything, when Nintendo does something, the rest of the world takes notice about it, too. And so, like, if, like, you know, if it's allowed, then people are going to, like, other studios and whatnot are going to start charging more for their games as well. That's why, because I know we talked about, like, GTA, like, being, like, close to, like, $100 and something too. And I know that I did at first capitulate, and I'm like, man, even if they're gonna charge it like that, I'm probably gonna buy it, just because I hadn't, you know, I hadn't played like GTA like 5 and whatnot, and GTA 5 seemed like a lot of fun. But then I eventually dialed it back in, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I'll probably just wait for a sale. It's not worth shelling out. It's not worth shelling out $100 for one. And, like, it's not worth, like, more than likely, whatever GTA 6 is going to offer won't be worth $100 on its own, and I don't want to contribute to the normalization of that price point for just, like, a base standard edition, right? Because $100 should be for something like a big, like, deluxe edition of something with, like, a decent number of, like, extra goodies and whatnot in there, too. Not for the standard price of the game, you know? It's one thing to have $100 be like an enhanced edition of a game where you get like some extras and whatnot, right? It's a whole nother thing to have a $100 price point just be the base standard for the game. Because chat, if $100 were to become the new standard, chat, imagine how like more expensive like a digital deluxe edition would be. You know, would probably be like $200, and then like a collector's edition for a game or something like that would be like $300 plus probably for something like that, you know? Like if you want to just go all out, balls to the wall, you know, drop your entire week's paycheck on like a game or something like that, you know? Bam, there's that for you. Giga Chat not capitulating? Goodies? Meaning treats? Where? Well, see, chat, I would give you all treats, but y'all are being naughty. Y'all are being naughty by spreading false information. So why should I give you treats? I don't want to promote bad behavior. I don't want to enable bad behavior. Why should I, chat? Why should I? Ugh. Yeah, well, and it sucks too, like, about the Switch 2 situation, it sucks too, because I could see myself, like, enjoying something like Mario Kart World and, like, F-Zero GX multiplayer with GameCube emulation being officially supported on the Switch, though what the what the emulation quality will be, I don't know, you know? I don't know about all that. And like, like the only reason why, truthfully, the only reason why I'm even interested in like the GameCube emulation for something like the Switch 2 is because of the online capability for like F-Zero GX, for instance, and all that. So like setting up online play through for GameCube games would be much easier to like do than like if you were to use Dolphin and whatnot. So for quality of life for multiplayer stuff, then like maybe if you want to like get together with friends and whatnot there. But like 9 times out of 10, if you're playing a GameCube game, you're playing it like for the single player, and at that point, just use Dolphin. Just use Dolphin. Dolphin has like way more capabilities. It'll probably run like leagues better than like whatever the fuck Nintendo is gonna be able to provide for this, you know? More than likely, at least with the history of like say the N64 emulator, for instance. I remember the N64 emulator being particular ass, and not the good kind of ass, unfortunately. Dolphin? What's Dolphin? Another thing to mention, Nintendo made the deliberate choice to make the Switch 2 with an LCD screen, so I suspect that in the future they'll share another upgraded Switch 2 with an OLED screen, similar to how they did with the Switch 1 and whatnot with their OLED. Fun fact, chat, the specific Switch 1 model that I have is an OLED model, because I got myself a Switch like many years after it came out, and by that point the enhanced like version, the OLED model was released at that point. And so that was like the request that I made for for like that Christmas gift, and luckily my dad and my grandma they delivered. They're like, hey, here you go, have the OG Switch model. Gotcha. Yeah, there's the OG, there's the OLED, and then there's the Switch Lite, which isn't dock compatible. The Switch Lite is just the handheld without like the removable Joy-Cons, right? Da 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 ba da bum ba da bum ba da bum. Oh, that texture popping. Y'all see that? Hope I bag a few more kills today. Oh, we're gonna bag plenty of kills today. I've taken a hit. That is usually what happens in war, yes. Yeah, and like I said in my thread you mentioned, I suspect the quality online, the online quality is still gonna be ass. I really hope that they don't use peer-to-peer, man. I really hope that they don't like continue like using peer-to-peer, and like if they do like make the switch to servers, which they should, because peer-to-peer is so outdated that like if like a company unironically still uses peer-to-peer, it's like it's reached a point, like it's reached a standard where like it's like not even like upsetting, it's just like laughable. It would be laughable at that point if they'd still be using peer-to-peer and shit like that. God, I'm still remembering, I still remember from Whiskey's, from when Whiskey booted up Nintendo 64, the Nintendo 64 emulator and did Mario Kart 64, the emulation for that. God, that was abysmal. Was also fucking bullshit how the bombs track you. Was also a load of bullshit, man. I remember I got like first place on the very first event for like the couple of rounds that like I was able to get in with Whiskey and like the other people who managed to join in, and then every other game I placed like not first. I remember.
Hey man, run. Missile tracking. Evade.
But yeah, so I'm definitely going to like keep my eyes peeled on the situation about the Switch 2. I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled about the Switch 2. I am going to just kick back and relax and like watch the fireworks. I'm just gonna kick back, relax, get my popcorn, or more accurately, my pizza. If I had to choose a food to eat while watching some kind of debacle going on, it would absolutely be pizza. Grab my slices of pizza and then just watch the show and everything, you know? And watch from there. Chat, I'm probably gonna get myself some pizza tomorrow. Probably gonna order something. Order some good stuff. More than likely.
But upgrading infrastructure costs money. We can't lose that. How will we make billions now? Think of the shareholders.
Yeah, no, guys, let's give some Nintendo some love. They're only an indie studio. They're just an indie studio, just trying to make their way. Let's cut them some slack. Overrated food is what Heine would usually say. I still can't believe that Heine unironically thinks that pizza is overrated. Pizza is depicted in so many movies and games and whatnot for a reason, because it is some damn good shit. And it's my favorite food ever for a reason, because it's damn good shit.
Goofy, overrated food.
Man, so going back to like my apartment, or like the apartment that I'm going to and whatnot for the next academic year, I do have plans, like revisiting the idea of like a re-debut or like another launch of the channel. I do want to do some kind of like re-debut or launch by the time the next academic year starts. So like by like August of this year, I want to do some kind of like relaunch or re-debut of the of like the channel and whatnot, with like new art assets, like new sub like badges and all of that jazz. I don't know where to begin with something like that. Like I've got ideas for like how I would go about doing something like that. But just piecing it all together, you know? Shoot, can't have as much pizza because I'm now pre-diabetic as of last week. Oh, hugs. Hugs. What are you studying, Fulfy? I am studying digital arts. Hoping to be some kind of like character environment or like vehicle like creator, like specifically with like 3D modeling. Which is funny that I mentioned 3D modeling specifically because I have not touched Blender in God knows how long. Dieting and exercising is hard and don't like it. Oh no. Hugs. Hugs and love. Math, am I right? It's all the numbers' fault. Yeah, chat, did you know that like 9 times out of 10, your problems in life can be attributed to numbers, which by extension means that your problems in life can be attributed to math? Did you all know that? Follow me for more helpful life advice. If you're following me for actual like life advice, I'm probably gonna disappoint you because I am just as lost. I am sorry. Citation needed. Nine times out of 10, so 10 times out of 10 then. Exclamation mark mall play. Yo, Heine, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see ya. Dude, I would totally be down to have like a Maw emote as well. Like if we ever like get more emote slots in the future, I'd totally be down to commission a new set of them. I'm actually curious. Okay, so what all do I have in terms of like, so I'm pretty happy with like the emotes that I have right now. The only 2 that I want to have swapped out are the Omega, like the Omega and the blind ones. Those are the only 2 out of like the available emote slots that I currently have right now that I want to swap out. Everything else regarding like my emotes would be everything else regarding the emotes that I currently have, the emotes and emote slots that I currently have, I'm happy with for the time being. Yep, bonk, bonk, bonk. Exclamation mark Heine. Heine is 100% horny today. Maw emote. Pausers. Maw emote. I'm thinking about that, yeah. Oh shit, I gotta close up the windows. We'll be back in a few. Heine, don't be horny while I'm gone. You know that Heine's gonna be horny. You know that, right? Oh, were we talking about overrated pizza? Yeah, so we were talking about the Switch 2 and how I'm just gonna be sitting from the sidelines. I don't think I'm gonna be pre-ordering it just cause there just isn't enough. Like with what's being offered and like the prices of everything, I don't think like I could justify a purchase like that. And so I said that like, oh, I'm gonna kick back and relax from the sidelines with my pizza and everything. And then Fuzan was like,
Goofy, overrated pizza. Heine probably.
Could cook up one of the, I could cook up one of those 2 emotes now that you mention it. Oh? Could you actually? Well, cute otter moderator. May I see your commission sheet so that I know how much money to give you? Hey. I would be down for that. What else was, oh yeah, I was gonna swap, I forgot what aircraft I'm gonna swap to, yeah. Let's swap to the SK-37, and then I like to rock this skin specifically.
I'm not cute.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Chat. I've said this once before, I'll say it again. If you click on Fuzon's name and go to their profile picture, if you go to Fuzon's profile picture, how can you say that Fuzon's not a cute otter moderator with a profile picture like that? How can you say Fuzon's not cute? But yes, we were talking about not overrated pizza, for the record. There is a reason why pizza is depicted so often in movies and games and everything. It's because pizza is genuinely that fucking good. It's genuinely that fucking amazing. Genuinely. Also, I'm curious, actually. Hold on, I'm gonna pause this real quick. Did Mix It Up ever get fixed? Like, did Mix It Up ever, like, reconnect? Or, like, is it still just entirely borked? Is it still entirely fucked? No, it's still entirely fucked. No. Darn. Okay. Yeah, so it could just be, now that I think about it, it could just be that I genuinely need to update it. This might be Mix It Up's way of telling me, all right, enough putting off the update. You are going to update this now, mister. I might just need to update it and then it'll fix itself by then. That could be what's going on. I don't know.
Still borked.
Yeah. It's good, but not that good. No, it is that good. It is that good. What the hell do you mean it's not that good? 120%. Hey, that's a low number. I like that.
Stacked up. Missile away.
What? Hey, good shit, teammates. Good shit. That's how you do it. Also, chat, for those of you who have seen it, like, what are your general thoughts on Wild Assault? The Wild Assault, the like third person like shooter and whatnot. Oh God, careful! Oh, don't run into the airship. But what are your general thoughts on it? Because I don't think that I'm gonna get the game personally. I don't know. It's not like my particular cup of tea, but it does look like fun to watch and everything. Because I remember, like, it seemed like fun from like when Whiskey was playing and all of that. So I mean, I don't know, maybe. Haven't bought it yet, but it seems to be fun. New of that game since the first betas, used to be on mobile and free. Oh wait, really? Wild Assault used to be a mobile game first? Oh shit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I might end up like buying it like later on. I'm not sure. Depends on like what their roadmap for like the future, for like future content is and everything, you know? Seems very fun though. Kill confirmed. Do you guys know that Thunder is very cute? I'm literally not though. Chat, I talked about this earlier. Why are y'all spreading false information about... Chat, what is up with you guys and your obsession with spreading lies on the internet? Insert the one clip from the PBS Kids show Arthur about Buster being like, you really think people would just do that? Just spread misinformation online? Fuck, we could have had 621. Instead we have 631. God damn it. If you're gonna go for a high number, at least make it funny. 10% off, I know, fuck.
10% off! Ah!
Ba-da-bum-bum. Excuse me. Ah. Used to play Team Fortress 2 regularly. Wild Assault could be up my alley. To be honest, I wish Wild Assault gets big so it gets more characters and we have a furry shooter game on the market. Fortnite doesn't count. Yeah, I don't count Fortnite as like a genuine like furry specific shooter. Like it's got the furry skins and everything, but it's not like catered to like furries because yeah, you got like Meowscles and Fenix and all of them. But you've got, like, the other skins in the game as well, too, and whatnot. That being said, though, goddamn, Meowscles can, like, he can fuck. Meowscles can fuck, you know? And Wendell somehow becoming a sex icon. Wendell Wednesday! FP, Federation Peacekeepers. Hey, welcome back, Jew. I want all the Meowscles variant squad versus me in bed. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Honestly, same. Honestly, very much same. It is Wendell Wednesday. Go top a twink chat as a treat. Well, don't mind if I do chat. Well, you know what? Hold on. If I top a twink live on stream, I'm probably gonna get banned for doing that. So, I'll have to reconsider.
Missile is on the way. Confirmed enemy kill.
And back. Hello, back.
Connor, enemies locking onto you.
Oh, hang on. That's a big boy with a railgun that I see. Let's knock his ass out before he gets too close.
Bingo. Fox 2.
Twitch 18 plus update coming soon, maybe. I mean, shit, chat. Okay, so here's the chat. Unironically, if Twitch were to, like, do an 18 plus update or, like, an after dark kind of update or something like that, chat, with how, like, lewd, like, and, like, with how lewd, like, I am on stream more often than not, and, like, how many innuendos I make, dude, that would be right up my alley. Could unironically have dick out on stream. What species do you wish they add to Wild Assault? So we got, yeah, like fox, wolf, we got a skunk, I think, too. We have the panda. I would want to see a red panda. I know we have like the big chonky panda. I'd want to see a red panda specifically. Red panda. We got a Banui in the game as well. Twitch would be peak if people could stream corn games. Honestly, though, ooh, dragons could be very good. Dude, no, okay, so actually, though, yeah, imagine a dragon, and, like, a dragon's, like, ultimate ability could be, like breathing fire or something, or, like, the dragon becomes, like, a flamethrower type of, like, character, where they specialize, where that dragon specializes in, like, area of denial stuff. Like, perfect for objective-based game modes or something like that. Like, securing a zone or, like, locking it off from, like, someone for like, a set amount of time and whatnot. That could be good. That could be really good. So what are clueless? What are corn games? Who would have those? Totally not being biased, otter, or any kind of reptile. I swear, scalies are underrepresented. We need more, yeah, more representation for the scaly boys. Red panda. Which one do I want to do next? We could do transport hunt. We could do. Oh, so both of them are transport hunts. Okay. Let's do 920. Fucking 928. Oh my god. Stream elements, can you stop? Raccoon character would be cool too. Yo, Sume Wolf, welcome. Good to see ya. Hope your day's been going good. Stream elements, let's go. No, don't cheer on stream elements. Don't cheer on stream elements for spreading false information. Don't cheer stream elements for spreading lies and slander. What are you doing? Oh my god, all of the transports are right on top of us. Hello. Holy hell. I mean, I just had a Klondike bar. What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Stacked up. Fox 2.
Lion character, would I be? Dude, lion character would, oh man. I need the furry artist to give me my Wild Assault gay fan arts and ships. Where are they at? I'm sure. You know what, chat? You know what, chat? Let us pursue the forbidden knowledge. Let us pursue the forbidden knowledge. Wild Assault, E621. Wiki, Wild Assault. There is indeed stuff on here. There are a total of 134 under the Wild Assault tag on E621 right now. Is there anything in particular that, like, oh, this is a cute... Yo, with the bear? Yo, oh, that's a cute one. I could show that one. That one's safe for work, actually. Ooh, some, like, Christmas-themed one. Lots of booba, lots of blooba. Ooh, there's a lot of good stuff on here. Hey, chat, look at that. Not too shabby, actually. Not too shabby. There's... Okay, so yeah. Just usual, like, E621 stuff. Nothing, like, usual E621 shenanigans. But yeah, so, like, stuff is on there. Stuff is on there. Heine.
Okay, let me check.
Ha! Already beat you to it. Already beat you to it. Mom, Thunder is searching E621 again. Can't do, Candace. I'm watching TV.
No, Thunder, don't go to E621. Thunder!
Lots of people debonking today. Anamor, would it surprise you if I said that that was not the first time that I've looked up E621 on stream before? Off screen, of course, like not showing anything, obviously. I don't want my stream getting banned, but like for my second monitor that you guys don't see.
Okay, let me check.
Oh, can't hear you, Candace. I'm watching TV. They took away the Marquis character abs to make him a twink. That's horrible. I would believe that immediately.
Thunder, no!
He beat you to it, and later he's going to beat it. He's gonna beat it to it. I mean, I don't doubt it. Speaking of, on the note of like an 18 plus like after dark option being beneficial or like being something that I would totally be down for if Twitch did this. Behold, the Macon to Furionator. A platypus? Bury the platypus. Yeah, most of them is the Fox Girl. Makes sense. That's what I saw too, yeah.
We've got hostiles inbound. Missiles away.
Ashd. Parry the platypus. Ew. No, I said the platypus. I didn't add anything at the end. What? No, you can't do this to me. You know how much I sacrificed? You know how much I've sacrificed? Parry is a hear me out. Of course you would say that, Heine. I'm not surprised that Heine of all people would say that.
Monarch, you've got a good block.
Very much deserved bonks. People sexualize the letter. That is true. That is true. I do remember seeing F. I do remember seeing the letter F. F for fuck. Honestly though, chat, tell me why some of the fan art for that letter F was actually like really good though. Tell me why. Nothing surprises me anymore. If I returned into my Pokesona, I don't know how long I would survive. Was hot bar art. Damn, y'all are bullet sponge. I mean, I get it. The VX-23s are naturally bullet sponges in the game anyway, but fuck. Fuzon, no! I'm supposed to be the resident filthy weeaboo, not yet another furry. You can't do this to me. You know how much I sacrificed? Join us, one of us. One of us, one of us, one of us. within gun range. That was a close flyby. A very close, cool flyby, though. Look at all the red lines at the bottom left there on the radar. How are you supposed to make any sense of that? I mean, if you like cat girls or anything adjacent to that, you are a furry. Chat, okay, random thought. I've low-key been kinda wanting to try out, like, programmer socks. I won't even lie. Like, thigh-high socks and everything. I've low-key been wanting to try that out. I don't know what color I would get those socks from. Or no, I know where I would get them from. I'd probably just order them on, like, Amazon or something. But, like, what color I would have them in. There we go. I know how to word good. I've been streaming for a little over a year, and yet I still don't know how to word good. But then again, then again, I don't know how to word good. Now, if there's like a red and white or like a red and gray like set of like programmer socks, then I'd probably get one of those. Oh, creaky chair.mp3. Another creaky chair.mp3. Hopefully I'll be getting a new chair when I move into the apartment too. Until then, chat, you're gonna have to deal with legs are hairy as fuck, so I don't think it would be comfortable to just shave. Oh, big stretch. Oh god. You know what? Real. Same. Big stretch. Big stretch. Big stretch. If anyone says I'm not a furry butt, just tell them to hush, be honest with themselves, and own their boners like an adult. That is good. Own their boners like an adult. I like that. Is it bad if I say whiskey made me like femboys and thigh highs more? I don't think that's bad to say. No. Whiskey does rock like the femboy like vibe, like an outfit and everything really well. I agree.
Hitman, you are clear to engage.
Monarch, take Presidia.
Keep him guessing.
You should thank him. But you can enjoy them without. Yeah, no, like real talk. Like one of the things that like makes someone a furry is if like they're comfortable calling themselves that. Like real talk and everything. Like if someone doesn't feel like if someone feels like, you know, like saying that they're a furry wouldn't be accurate to who they are, then like real talk, like that's totally cool and fine, you know? It's not like you have to. It's not like, oh, you're vaguely interested in anthropomorphic characters. We're 1 away from 69 health. No. We're at 68. Oh, we could have had the funny number. Damn, I threw. For me, it was Andre, the Orpal one.
No, the sex number.
Let's head over to the other group here. Clueless. What's a furry? I'm not a furry. No proof. Gotta be careful getting into the complacent mindset of like flares and shit again. Just spam the flares command. Man, can we talk about how much of a banger track Presidia is? Jose Pavli, Giga Chad, doing God's work with the music here in this game. I heard something about a line. Did they say the line? Did they say the thing? Enemy penetrating the cap line. Did they say the funny thing?
Nice job, Hitman team. Return to base.
Nice job, Hitman team. Return to base. Let's go. Chat, it is 7:50 as of right now. We should have time for one more. We should have one more. Should have time for one more mission, and then we should be good. Hey, Jetpack Shay, welcome. Project Kinkman, yippee! Huh? Yay, yippee! Buff Thunder with femboy socks. You know? Oh, that could be a good commission idea. I need to jot that down. That could be a very good commission idea, actually. Hey, yo, chat. Could be a very, very good, yeah. Hey, yo. Only thing that makes this thing a shark are the gills and off-screen fin on the character's back, which is funny because there's a Chinese interceptor called the Finback. Buff men with leg and arm warmers are underrated. Honestly, yeah, there needs to be more. Yeah, that looks like a really cozy, like, comfy, like, vibe. Like, those kinds of pictures, yeah. The pop. The pop.
Welcome to the show, Hitman. Engage at will.
Penetrating? I mean, what? Nut. All right, score attack. Let's get to it. Oh, we're gonna bag some kills, don't you worry. Do not crash into the ship. Buff this. Ah. Dun, 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 dun. Man, I need to get into these airplane games. These are, yeah, these kinds of games like Arcade Flight Action, this is fun. Absolutely would recommend Project Wingman and like any of the Ace Combat games. Absolutely. Only tried Microsoft Flight Simulator? Gotcha. Yeah, Ace Combat is like, truthfully, Ace Combat and like Project Wingman are like the farthest that you can get from something like a flight sim though. Because you don't got to worry about G-forces, you don't got to worry about snapping the wings of your own aircraft, you don't got to worry about turning into jelly inside the cockpit or anything like that. You got a fuck ton of ammo and everything too. It's just pick up and go. And Radical Ace is a flash game. Buff this. Can I just say, I love my Sona's ass emote. Like, can I get smothered by that? Sorry. Anyway, huh? You didn't hear anything, chat. Real? Of course you do. It's your ass. Yes, I am very unashamedly like horny after my own Sona. Chat, if you make a Sona and you don't like commission art of them like showing off the goods, are you really using your Sona to their fullest? Look how unapologetically horny you are. Great by single like, I literally just said that. Like how unapologetically horny you are for your own Sona. Should play Ace Combat 2 for the Sony PlayStation. Ace Combat 2 is a good game, yeah. The back and forth was on, huh? Based furries have gooned to their Okay, not goon. No. They haven't gooned to their Sona. Based furries will have jerked off to their Sona, not gooned. They will have jerked off. They would have beaten the meat. Not gooned. How did that word even... Need to get good at art so I can draw beefy women. Hey, nice goal. I do wish you the best of luck if you pursue that though, because I have tried my fair share of getting better at art and whatnot. And I mean, to be fair, I haven't tried it like ever since I like made the like discovery about myself that like the US education system really screwed with my way of thinking and whatnot, how because I wasn't instantly good at art, I might as well just give up and everything. I could try my hand at art again now with a better understanding of, okay, like failing and like not getting it all correctly on the first time is just a natural part of like the artist process and everything, you know? No, so I could try again. Goon used to be an underling. Yeah, it used to be a non-Krungo word, but now it is. But as is usual for stuff I do, I just don't TM. Oh my god, that was close. Jeez. Omter may have, if I could word good, Omter may have also influenced my bisexuality. True, but that didn't stop me from my own. That doesn't stop the Pokemon fans. Check, like, Incineroar. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all the context you need. Incineroar. That's all you need. That's all the context you need. Chat, okay, so I haven't seen the Minecraft movie. But ever since I've heard people like say Flint and Steel, like Flint and Steel has become a vocal stim for me. I feel like I may have said this on stream before. Gonna make a hot take, Incineroar is overrated. Someone had to say it.
What is wrong with you? No, seriously. What the fuck is actually wrong with you?
We're just gonna let this marinate here for a little bit. All right, I think we've let that marinate for long enough. Boy, what do you mean Incineroar is overrated? This is your version of Heine claiming that pizza is overrated. Pizza is not overrated. Incineroar is not overrated. Y'all are saying things are overrated when they really aren't. What is this travesty? Okay, here's another hot take. Wendell is ugly. You're joking. You're joking, bro. You're joking. You're joking when you say that.
Oh, Lamau, we're doing hot takes. I'm gonna do a fake hot take for a streamer reaction.
Nah, you're faking that one, bro. You have to be. Nintendo as a whole are overrated. Yeah.
I am not. Boy, no, what?
Boy, if you don't get.
What do you mean he's ugly?
When he first came out, I thought he was ugly. Okay, Heine, you have lost horny privileges. Chat, how can, okay, wait, hold on. No, let me, hold on. Let me get the music going again. Hold on. No, Wendell Fortnite. How can you say that this man right here is ugly? How can you say he's ugly? How can you say this man is ugly right here? Also, can we just like take a moment to appreciate Wendell showing off his ass right there? Booty cheeks. Can we take a minute? All right, we've taken our minute. Like, how can you say he's ugly, man? How? Unironically, how? Oh, now you're looking. Hmm? Who the fuck is that guy? Speaking of MC, you heard about the news of people going ape shit in the movie theaters when that shit. Yes, actually, hold on. I did see a post from someone that I follow on Blue Sky. Hold on. They had to put like a disclaimer. The people, like, whenever the Minecraft movie is being shown, they have to put a disclaimer here. Here, Boozy Badger on Blue Sky. Attention, hello moviegoers. We're excited to welcome you to the Minecraft movie. To ensure everyone has a fun and enjoyable experience, we kindly remind all guests that disruptive behavior will not be tolerated. Anyone causing a disturbance will be asked to leave the theater without a refund. If necessary, local authorities will be contacted. Our priority is to provide a safe, comfortable, and respectful environment for all our guests. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation. We hope you enjoy the show. Sincerely, Flagship Management Team. So they actually have to put disclaimers in the movie now to be like, hey, don't throw popcorn and lose your shit when Chicken Jockey appears. Oh, wait, what's even funnier is the pretense to this. Taking my son to see the Minecraft movie, and the theater just flat out has an on-screen warning saying they will call the cops if you disrupt the Minecraft movie. What the hell is going on? And then there's the there's the picture right there. So yeah, they deadass have to be like, hey, don't do this, yeah. Not gonna lie, I agree with Heine on this one. He's kind of mid. Nice ass, but still mid. Okay, you can call him mid. Calling him ugly is a whole different beast on its own, though. Like, mid is, like, fine. Calling Wendell mid is fine. Calling him ugly like Heine was calling him, though? Fuck no, he ain't ugly. Who the fuck is that guy? Wendy's nuts! Take note, Twitter trolls. What I just did is how you do proper bait. Crunchy audio. Legoshi was also ugly at first. Mods, would you be able, or rather, hold on, let me see if, aha, never mind, I got it. Aha. If for some reason it didn't show up on OBS's end, but it did for me on the stream manager. Krungo making minimum wage workers job. Yeah, honestly though, man, like I can't imagine being a minimum wage movie theater worker and then needing to clean up that mess. Like, dude, I would want to crash out and just leave if that were me. I feel so bad. I feel so bad, unironically, for anyone, like, who has to deal with that shit, you know? So, like, to all the movie workers out there who have to clean up after everyone's Krungo mess and everything, we salute you. You are doing God's work. 39%? That's a real number. What do you mean fake number? That's a real one. Ah, someone fix it. 919. God damn it. No, hold on. Hold on. Let me do this. 219. Okay, you know what? Lower, but it could be lower, but that's fair. Chat, it is 8:01. Rigged. 36. Yes! Let's go! Let's fucking go!
Even more rigged.
But chat, it is 8:02. Let me double check. Is the WikiKitty live? WikiKitty is indeed live. Whoa, what's going on? Five Nights at Freddy's 2 remastered with loud yellow. Whoa. Oh, shit. Okay, today's gonna be a good one. Hell yeah, dude.
Someone fix it.
944. Boy. Lower. Fuck. I almost misspelled the command. 360. Turn 360 degrees and moonwalk out of there. There we go. But chat, with it being 8 o'clock, 8:02 specifically, I do believe it is time for us to call the stream there. Chat,
see the line, Thunderous.
With that all being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. It was nice to just kick back, relax, and vibe and everything. Project Wingman, like Conquest streams, are always nice. They're always good. They're always a fun time. They're always chill and everything. Being able to just lay back and chit chat with you guys was nice. And I really needed to just do something laid back and like more casual after Monday's stream, after the screaming fest we had on Monday and everything. Chat, I have a YouTube where I post things like video game reviews and essays. That is also where you can find my stream VODs, specifically in the playlist section, as I have all of my stream VODs unlisted. That way they don't clog the main uploads. Excuse me. Chat, I also have a Twitter for what it's worth. You know, I'm not as active on Twitter as I am active on my Blue Sky. Blue Sky is where things are at. I am much more active on there. Twitter, I mainly just tweet a couple things here and there. And then, like, Blue Sky, like I said, I'm much more active there and everything. Another good stream? Hell yeah. Hey. I stream 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, from 6 p.m. to usually 8 p.m. Eastern, though every now and then I like to go into overtime on Mondays, particularly. Wednesdays and Fridays, I'm much more strict about ending at 8 because I need my daily dose of WikiKitty on those days. Chats, whatever you guys want the raid message to be, just keep in mind I do not condone the spread of misinformation, so this 946% cute full flying in message is a lie. It is very much a lie. It is literally anything. It is literally a lie. It's all a lie. But chats, let us go have some fun over on Whiskey Stream. Let's go show some love over to WikiKitty, WikiDingussie69, Cheesy Bread, Twinkit Trinket, Fluffy Cheese Puff, Banana Pudding. He goes by many names online, but Whiskey Dingo is the username of him that he likes to use. I don't know where I was going with the sentence. I was trying to sound very pronounced, very, very intense, but I just ended up sounding like a goofy goob. Giga Chad, lying is OP. Do not nerf. Shit, the stream patch 1.17. Lying now has a 15% a 15% increased cooldown. But yeah. So chats, let's go. It includes 69, kinda 694.
The yellow one.
But chats, yeah, let's go have some fun over on Whiskey. Friday, we will be doing our usual marbles stream. Marbles on stream to whatchamacallit, to motherfucking, to thank you for students in the ads mods. Thank you. Thank you. Our usual marbles on stream with song requests and everything, and then we will go from there. Stay safe, stay healthy, and peace out, everyone. Bye!